Once again we gather in solidarity with the people of Gaza in the midst of yet another Israeli onslaught which is targeting men, women and children as we speak.
This is the sixth night now that we're entering of the terrible bombardment against the innocent civilians of Gaza. There have been bombs dropped from airplanes, rockets fired from airplanes. There have been ships bombarding the seafront and the refugee camps along the seafront in Gaza City. And these attacks have continued with increasing ferocity. Joanne read out the figure from 5 o'clock today. I think it was 92 people killed, and by 6 o'clock the unofficial total, because it's still being counted, had already risen to over 100, and those numbers are probably still rising. And even as Israel talk words about ceasefires and all the rest of it, the fact is they're stepping up their attack on the people of Gaza. And this is not a new attack. It's an attack that has been going on since 1991, when they placed Gaza under blockade. So far they've attacked 6 ambulances, that's by rockets, 3 emergency medical centres, 25 schools, 1 university building, 9 non-governmental organisation offices, 14 mosques, 8 media offices, and of course today they killed a journalist, 2 industrial plants. There's already very few industrial plants in Gaza, 25 commercial stores. One of the United Nations Refugee Welfare Agency, UNRWA, food distribution centres has been attacked. No matter what you hear on the TV, no matter what you hear other people say, this was begun by the deliberate targeting of civilians in Gaza on last Saturday, and then continued on Wednesday when they killed a senior Hamas official. A senior Hamas official that was in discussions about the possibility of peaceful progress. He was taken out and deliberately targeted. And that was done to create this, and we know it was done because of Netanyahu's election campaign. The fact is that Israel will continue to do this as long as the world allows them to do it. And it's absolutely vital that the world stand up and do that. And we in Ireland are in a unique position because the Irish people have experienced oppression. We've experienced occupation. We've experienced the attempted collective punishment of a community because they vote a different way from the government would like us to, or the state would like us to. So we understand exactly what's happening. Therefore we have a responsibility now to stand by our Palestinian brothers and sisters. They stood by us in the past when we needed them. During the hunger strikes, the women of Gaza stood out with the names of our hunger strikers and shouted for freedom for our prisoners and support for our prisoners. We now have to stand in support of the people of Gaza, all of whom are prisoners, because the fact is Gaza is one huge open-air prison. Now tonight, when we gather in such numbers, and there's going to be demonstrations in other parts of Ireland taking place, I know there's another demonstration in Belfast tomorrow evening. When we do that, we're sending a message to the people of Palestine they're not alone. We're also sending a message to the Irish government that it's time that they took seriously their claim to be independent and their claim to be non-aligned.
Unfortunately, there's a human tragedy once again unfolding in Gaza, and obviously it's as a result of Israeli aggression against the people of Gaza, and very much like the period in 2009, it's innocent civilians who are bearing the brunt of the attacks. And obviously this show of solidarity with the people of Derry tonight is very important, or will be very important as well, in terms of the people of Gaza, as we all need to speak out and raise our voices against such aggression and such behaviour that leaves so many civilians dead. And I certainly am glad to be here tonight to, along with many others, add our voice in terms of behalf of the people of Derry who have long had an affinity with the Palestinian struggle.
I want to assure you that we will continue to work on this. I'm due to go out there on Saturday. Friday I'm travelling out, Saturday I'm to cross the border. The situation is so fluid, we'll have to watch that as we go along. But this is part of a mission that we've continued for some time, bringing aid to Gaza from Ireland, in particular bringing aid to Gaza from Derry. I will bring your message to them this weekend if I'm out there on time, and I will explain that to them. I will be out there within 2 weeks in any case, and I will make sure they know if you're gathering here, know what you've done. Remember tonight as you go home, and we walked here and we had the luxury of bringing our children with us as we walked, and that's a tremendous thing to be able to do. They haven't that luxury. Tonight, before they go to sleep, Palestinian children in Gaza, their parents will tape gauze to their ears in the hope that the children will be able to sleep without hearing the explosions. That is a disgrace. It is an outrage, and the Zionist state of Israel must be told that we will not tolerate it anymore. It's time for freedom for Gaza. Free Palestine.